Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Multi here, giving you guys a quick update video concerning ZeroXP, everything that we're going to be doing for the year 2023, for at least for the time being. Any news or questions you guys may have been wondering about, and give you guys our thoughts on a few things that's been happening around the entire D&D community. This video was supposed to be out a while ago, but due to personal reasons and me working on so many things for the channel and just not having the time for it, I wasn't able to get this video out in a timely manner. But I feel like it's a bit of a late video, especially with all the big changes we made last year. I feel like this video should have been made a while ago, but now that we have a clear, consistent schedule for ourselves, I think this is a better time than any, especially with everything going on. So I do have a list of things here. If this video sounds a bit incoherent, I'm sorry. This isn't scripted whatsoever. I just have the topics and it's gonna be me rattling off. But with me editing the video, I will try to make it as coherent as possible. So first things first, we're just gonna talk about the elephant in the room, and that's gonna be the OGL that Wizards of the Coast is creating, at least the new OGL. And I know it's been a huge hot topic for a little over a week, and it rightfully so should be, because this is a thing that Wizards is trying to do to, in my eyes, ruin the game for us that we all know and love. A game that we spent a lot of time playing and enjoying, and they're coming in and just going to probably more than likely kill the game, or at least lessen it compared to what it was before. If anyone doesn't know, Wizards of the Coast is trying to make a new OGL that's going to give them more control, especially creative control over the game itself. I don't want to get too much detail about it because I'm not the best person to explain the situation, but I will put links down below to videos that will explain the situation a lot more than I ever could. But if you are aware of the situation, you are up to date with the news, then I'll just like to say here now that we here at ZeroXP do not condone anything that Wizards of the Coast is doing with 5e or Dungeons & Dragons as a whole. We don't agree with the tactics that they're playing right now. We honestly feel like they should just leave the OGL alone and we can just resume the way we've been doing, but just how they've been handling things recently, and it seems as if they're way more stubborn to give up this right, that it doesn't seem like they're gonna lose grip on creating a new OGL. I know they just made a new playtest, at least they announced one for the new OGL. I don't know how that's going to affect the game in general, or even if they're going to keep up with this. It's still very early, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I just want to give you guys our insight, or at least our feelings about this whole situation. And as I said before, we are absolutely against everything that they're doing. And I am just prefacing this because our entire channel is based on 5th edition. So just want to give you guys that understanding from our side of things. Now, speaking of 5e content, even though I just spoke about condemning Wizards' decision making on this, I will say that we have a decent amount of 5e series on our channel, specifically Digimon Odyssey. We have Digimon Reality. Currently, we're doing the Guilty Gear campaign, and we have a new Fate game coming out next month. So with these series, we're gonna stick with the 5e content, with the 5e game, because we put a lot of work into this one. It's gonna be way harder for all of us if we were to stop the game in total, try to switch it over to a new system, try to figure out how to homebrew it into this new system and just go from there, or change a lot of our writing and teach ourselves how to do Pathfinder, because none of us here knows how to play Pathfinder. And these games are also scheduled with people who are expecting it to come out at a certain time. So unfortunately, we aren't going to switch over the games to a different tabletop to convert it. I understand that a lot of people are not playing 5e right now, and I feel the same way. For the past few weeks, or like the past week I should say, I've been feeling very uneasy about continuing 5e content because of the whole thing Wizards is doing, and I want to show more support to other tabletops. But at the same time, I realized that I feel the good way to boycott it is that you can still enjoy the game 5e even though Wizards is being a bunch of dickheads about it. I just won't be purchasing anything Wizard has. I won't be making a D&D Beyond subscription. I won't be buying any of the books. I won't be buying any of their dice, none of their merchandise. I won't be watching the movie. I just won't be giving them any ounce of my money due to how they've been behaving and trying to gain a stranglehold on the game itself. So you will still see 5e content on our channel, even though we're against everything Wizards is doing. Not because we don't care for the situation, it's just that, as I said before, I just firmly believe that you can still play the game, but still not support the people who created it. Now, regarding our 5e content in our series, I should just go in order with the date that they're going to be released. Currently, you have seen that we have been posting Guilty Gear campaign, 5e campaign that's run by one of our players, Q. This will not be an ongoing campaign. It won't be something you'll be seeing like throughout the entire year. It's strictly for the month of January, and I believe our next session next week will be our last session of the entire campaign. If not, it may last one more week. But other than that, that's it for it. It was just a little fun side thing we were going to do before two of our players become unavailable for a good bit because they're going to be having to deal with personal things. So they just won't be here for us. This is like the last big campaign they're going to be placed in for a few months, or at least until they tell us they're ready to come back. Now, next, after Guilty Gear is over, we were supposed to bring back Digimon Odyssey. But due to the whole OGL debacle, and we have some personal things going on when it comes to the cast of Odyssey, that I don't really feel super confident in bringing it back. I'm not too sure how the other players are feeling about the game as a whole. So I've decided to place Odyssey on a extended hiatus. I don't want to give you guys a date on when we'll come back because even I don't know that. I don't want to give you guys any promises of when there's going to be a due date for when the Odyssey will return. I do want it to return. I do want to finish this series that I spent 2 years working on, but only time will tell when it comes to that. I'm sorry, because I know Odyssey is a campaign that I feel majority of people on the channel came here for. They came here for Odyssey, especially since this is the first series he posted on the channel, and this is the series that kind of grew our channel the most. So, as I said before, I am very sorry that we're placing this series on hiatus, but a lot of personal things are going on right now, and I much rather feel comfortable knowing whether or not I should continue a series that everyone else still has interest in a series I know I can still put my best in to make it as entertaining for both my players and the people viewing it. So Odyssey will not be returning once the Guilty Gear campaign concludes. And for those who are Reality fans, Reality, they do have a season 2. They had it on another channel. We need to re-upload their season 2 videos on our main channel. Like I said before, I just never had a lot of time to really invest in editing those videos and making thumbnails and doing all the work behind it. I do want to post season 2 onto the channel eventually. I don't have a day of when I'm going to start doing that. It was supposed to happen in the beginning of the year, but as I said before, I've just been caught up in doing a lot of separate work that I haven't really been able to get to it. But Reality Season 2 should be posted on the channel fairly soon. Reality itself is on a hiatus too, because as I said before, a couple of the players won't be here to participate, so we can't continue Reality until they come back, and then until Sean or Shiro, the DM of that game, has enough content made that he's ready to bring it back as well. So Reality and Odyssey are both on extended hiatuses that we just don't know when they're going to be taken off and coming back. But that brings us to the newer stuff that we're going to be seeing on the channel, or you're going to be seeing on the channel. First off, we have to replace Odyssey, because of course we need the series to make as a placeholder until new things come out. We're going to be trying to support more tabletop games, which the first one is going to be the tabletop game of Mask. Mask is a tabletop game based on you having a bunch of players play as amateur superheroes or rising stars as superheroes and trying to learn what it means to be an actual hero and defining who they are as people in this world full of superpowered individuals. I will be the DM of this game. I have 4 players on deck for it, and we should be starting the first week of February. That's when we have the game going. We don't have a name for the series just yet, but we are making our characters. We're getting the story prepared. We're all learning the rules of the game, and that series will be lasting from February all the way until, I would say, the spring. I don't want to give you guys a specific date, but I'll say just around the spring is when, possibly I'll say the end of the spring is when that series is going to end. Or at least that's my prediction when it should be able to conclude. Now, after that, you know for a fact, you've probably seen the promotion video, that we have a Fate game coming soon. That should be happening on the first week of February as well. It'll be me DMing that game, and we having 2 of our players from ZeroXP. We have Iris and Captain Freestar or Tisha, and we have 4 other VTubers who are coming in to join in on this project. Each of them are really amazing people. I'm really excited for this campaign, and is kind of the reason why I've been really busy having to learn the mechanics of Mask, make a story, especially with such short notice on that, and the Fate campaign, making sure that that series is good to go when we start off. It's just been a lot of work for me, but these are two series that's both going to be appearing the first week of February that I'm really excited for. It's new content on the channel, different start to ZeroXP, and I hope you guys are really excited when it comes to that. And lastly, I know people in our Discord knows about this, but I'm pretty sure our YouTube side doesn't know about this campaign coming out. But we do have one last series, which is going to be in the spring. This is going to be replacing the Mask game. So once the Mask ends, this series is going to be coming up immediately afterwards. Sean or Shiro is going to be hosting a Gundam Space Finder tabletop game, I believe. It's going to be him and several of our players from ZeroXP part of this project, part of this campaign. It should be happening in the spring. He's still currently working on it. I don't really have a lot of information about it, but I know that that is going to be coming up soon. That's going to be a new main series. You can say that's going to be this series replacing reality until that comes back. So again, just watch out for spring 2023 for when our Gundam game comes out. But overall, that's honestly everything you need to know about ZeroXP, the new stuff that's coming out on the channel. I don't want to get too much in detail with each of the series because I want you guys to be surprised. I want you guys to see them for yourselves. And I hope you guys are excited for this lineup of things coming to the channel. I know some of you may be disappointed with Odyssey and Reality not making their grand returns or becoming permanent series on the channel due to complications, but we hope you guys give our new series chances. We are trying to support other tabletops outside of 5e due to the whole OGL stuff. We are trying to become more than a 5e channel and become more of a tabletop based channel, so we can kind of ostracize ourselves and at least give ourselves more wiggle room to do more things other than focus on 5e content. They won't be saying that you won't ever see 5e content on this channel ever again. It's just that we're going to try and focus ourselves on other things besides 5e. So thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. I'm sorry we haven't been updating the channel, at least when it comes to news on things. I think we're so caught up on working on things we forget to make sure that our larger audience understands what's going on with us. So again, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I super appreciate it, and I'll see you guys later.